Hello.
Hey guys, happy afternoon, happy morning, happy evening here from Tahiti. It's me, Tuomo Paukkinen from Tuomo Paukkinen Coaching, coming to you live today with Ipek Williamson. And today we are going to talk about networking. In the We are going to be hosting also a networking salon this upcoming Saturday. So this live will be sort of introduction for that, and I'm really interested to hear Ipek's ideas and insights about networking because she's done some um, amazing results in LinkedIn, especially. So let's jump straight into it. Ipek, welcome to the show, and how are you doing today?
Thank you very much for having me, Tomo, and I'm very excited about our event on Saturday. And I'm doing great. I'm very well. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna really quickly touch about on something that just came to my mind because obviously year change and you're in the U.S. No, North America and Canada right now. How is the situation in U.S. affecting you at the moment?
In Canada, we are quite far from it. But of course, it affects us psychologically. It's
Mhm.
not it's not a good thing to happen, and it's a little bit unnerving, of course.
Sure.
But it seems to be quite under control.
Mhm.
So I'm not worried about it. I think it's going to be fine.
Let me just ask something straight away. Like obviously here we are hardly connected at all. I mean, we hear about it, but you are there more on the pulse, if you will. How do you keep yourself in check? How do you keep yourself sort of balanced out and normalized and grounded when you see all that stuff happening right across the border and a lot of people are suffering a lot and taking it very personally? How do you stay on your own lane? How do you like stay yourself focused and able to do your thing?
Well, I try to look at things from a. I always find something positive in
Mhm.
everything, uh, and I try to look at stuff from an objective point of view rather than a subjective and more emotional point of view.
Mhm.
And I really believe in people and that they see what is right, what is wrong, and they will follow the right path.
Mhm.
So I believe in goodness in people, and even if something that is not comfortable or that is a little bit unnerving happens, I believe that goodness at the end of the day wins and everything gets fine. I'm a hopeful person. I always look at the filled part of the glass rather than the empty part.
Yeah, the positivity, kindness, optimism, those are all like my sort of values and fundamental core beliefs that I kind of guide my life with as well. So thanks for sharing that. And to be honest, I'm just going to tell this straight away that whenever I've been connecting with you, it really comes out from your presence, from your energy, whatever you want to call it, like the optimism, the positivity, and all the comments that you're leaving, especially on LinkedIn and Facebook, and how you're connecting there with people. It really shines through from your presence. So which is a perfect segue into our conversation today about networking. And I've been following you for a little while. I think we connected probably about a year ago now, maybe a little bit over a year ago. And
No,
yeah,
yeah, it's not even a year.
not even
It's
a year. Wow.
here, no.
Yeah. So what I've been seeing your sort of the rise over there and how you connect there, and it's basically a almost like reading a playbook or ABC from the networking playbook. I love it. So walk us through for your sort of last 12 months on LinkedIn and how did it happen for you? Because what I've seen is like you've done an amazing job there.
So actually, I have been in LinkedIn for a long while, but I wasn't very active.
Mhm.
And especially with the COVID and being at home and not doing much, made me realize that I need connection
Mhm.
with people.
Mhm.
So I started to spend more time on LinkedIn, posting more. and started to engage with other people who are posting, who are aligned with what I think, or my views, my values. So the more I connected, the more I posted and commented, I started to get to know people, and they started to get to know me. And then through that, it just exploded. I'm not even 100% sure how that happened, but I think um, people can feel when someone is genuine and authentic. Uh, and I am who I am. I'm inside and out. I'm the same to everybody. I don't feel any different for uh, anybody from any walks of life. So I think people can feel that, and more on the other hand, I am part of some groups. I have been posting and connecting and making a meaningful connection with people, asking questions like following up how they are doing, what they are going through. So that makes a big difference when you start connecting people, and they appreciate that, and then you connect more and more and more. And from 500 plus connection, I came to 3,500.
Wow.
In like 6 months. But there is something there that so many people had this kind of explosions in their numbers. I think during this pandemic, people had so much need to connect. Human touch, human connection has become very important to everybody. So it has been a trend for, I think, for so many people in every platform. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we definitely should keep that, even if we're going to come out of the pandemic. I mean, I know it, like in places like UK, it's really it doesn't look good right now. Maybe in the I don't know exactly sure about the US, but we're kind of like slowly coming out of it right now. But whatever happened during 2020 in the sort of digital platforms and the social media platforms and all around, I don't think we're not going to downgrade much from that soon as we're kind of coming back into the normal and real life. And one of the reasons that I was so passionate about it, because I got some really good results there, and I got connected to some amazing people like yourself. And it's the reason why I wanted to like expand these offers and get these kind of groups together. And that's why we're doing this networking salon this upcoming Saturday, that we can actually come not just through comments and through likes and comments and shares and sort of like we can actually live come in the virtual setting, come together and get really connected. And I just wanted to share something, because actually in 2 days we have someone coming to stay at our house here, someone that I connected during the last 6 months over the LinkedIn, and we got it connecting really, really well. And now he came to Tahiti, and he's going to come and stay with us for 10 days. So what are better and amazing when it actually manifests into real world and into real life connection. So that's to me is a testament of the power of this networking and of these connections that we are able to build. And like you just said, that if we're able to do it authentically and spend some time and leave some valuable comments and actually dig a little bit deeper, instead of just kind of superficial comments and some emojis and like, for me personally, I'm just gonna go on a little rant here, but when I was for example, on Instagram, I was there a lot more active, and it was very superficial. Maybe it was my personality there as well, but once I changed back to LinkedIn, it like the way that I was connecting was very, very different than on the other platforms, and that like was very fruitful pretty much straight away off the gates. So like what you just said, I just wanted to add into that it's very, very important for obviously to be authentic, but also there's this, everybody says add value, but what kind of value you're adding? Is it just like a one line comment? Is it just like, oh, that's great, sounds amazing, absolutely, but actually adding value. And that's what I've been looking up to, the way that you've been networking and the way that you've been connecting there. So
Thank you.
it's
Well, I also would like to say that this during last 6 months or a year, up to a year, I have met with so many amazing people on LinkedIn that without seeing or getting together in person, we became fast friends, we became like best friends.
mm,
Uh, so it's so amazing what uh, in being in a platform regularly and connecting could bring to your life. It's it's like amazing that I never had that many friends in such a short time period in my life.
yeah, yeah. And something that I wanted to add to that is like you mentioned, the quality of those connections. I think is very very important, because there's a lot of people sort of chase and follow these quote unquote vanity metrics. They have, like, they're just chasing the numbers, and they forget the actual quality of that connection is way more important than the number of them. I actually heard, I think it was anthropology studies, or when I read a little bit of that, they said that the human beings, that we're able to only have 150 like true meaningful connections,
Mm.
where you are actually like building a really deep friendships and really deep connections. So just from that perspective, from human psychology and like how we operate, I think it's very difficult to have like thousands and thousands of connections and have those in a very very deep quality level. So saying that, what I kind of fell into trap last year is I was trying to like reach for the numbers instead of for the quality. Because again, depending what industry you are, but like we're both coaches and consultants, like we don't need a massive amount of numbers. The quality of those connections is a lot more important.
Of
So
course.
I would really highly recommend for myself and for anyone listening, either on replay or live, to focus on the quality and reestablishing those connections and following up and making those connections stronger and stronger, because that they're definitely very very fruitful.
Yes, absolutely agree with you. And before our networking event on Saturday that I cannot wait for, I just wanted to also mention a little bit what is networking and how should we look at it from what perspective? Because first of all, I believe we need to ask ourselves some questions.
Mhm.
Who are my potential clients? And what do they need? How can I help them? What do I have to offer that would fall into their needs? So, first of all, we need to understand what we do and what we offer uh, in a more deeper way, rather than thinking, I can offer this, but what else? Is
Mhm.
there anything else that I can uh, bring to the table? So being a little bit mindful on uh, who I am, what I offer, what I do, and who I can help is the starting point for me to decide on how to network, how to connect with other people.
Mhm.
Uh, and who do I have at an arm's reach
Mhm.
that I can introduce to someone? So because networking is not only what that person can help me. No, it's also and more so who I can help. Because when you are connecting two people to each other, you are like a connecting line between two dots.
Mhm.
And if you uh, put together two people who could help each other, then they will never forget that.
Mhm.
And they put you in a different level in their minds. So that is totally a win-win situation for both yourself as the person who's connecting those people who can help each other, and for them, so that they can connect, they can get to know each other. You never know what can come up from those connections. So it's we need to look at networking from that point of view rather than what I'm going to get from it, what I can give.
1000%, 1000%. Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. Uh, Becoming clear of your intentions, of obviously who you are and who do you want to connect. And if it's just, and a lot of the, like you just said, a lot of people go into these networking events to look for clients, right? And we kind of, who can I attract into my own ecosystem, if you will, right? And a lot of the people, a lot of the times we forget the power of collaborations, like people that are quote unquote on the same level than we are, and also the people that are a lot higher up in the ladder. Because obviously, any networking event that you go to, you're going to see people that are already gone and they walk the path that you want to walk, right? And that are way ahead of your game. And those are the, I believe, I don't know if it's more valuable than anything else, but you can at least learn a lot from those people. And if you go and reach out to them, all of a sudden the connections that they might be able to introduce you to are absolutely phenomenal as well.
Yes.
So I think there's sort of three levels, if you will, the people that we should be focusing on: the people that are kind of higher up on the ladder, people that are quote unquote on the same level, and then let's call it, potential clients or the prospects that you can connect with, and out of all that, like you just said, like give first before you expect anything in return.
Yes. Yes.
So what are we gonna, how are we gonna run this? Let's jump really quickly in the end, for the Saturday. So um, what we're gonna do on Saturday is we're gonna sort of set the stage with Ipek together, and I think I'm gonna sort of start out a little bit about talking the power of networking, sort of from the mental and physical aspects, and I have really, really amazing and a cool sort of research, and the scientific proof about what it means and how what it means when we actually speak our dreams and aspirations and goals, and when we speak it out vocally, what are the sort of numbers that comes out with it, as in the percentages. So that's really interesting, and I will share that. And then I believe you are going to share the same idea, but more from, let's say, spiritual and sort of emotional aspects, right?
Yes. Yes. Well, I think we are a very good match because you cover the brain part of the subject, while I will cover the heart part of the subject, like brain and the heart, because they need to work together. And I think we're going to be covering all the aspects of networking and goals and how you can get to our goals, our dreams. Uh, I think it's going to be a great event.
Yeah, absolutely. There's something that comes to my mind right now. The person that I follow a lot, famous one, Joe Dispenza, and he says that we should always set a clear intentions. So those clear intentions being more sort of the mental, more the mindset, and then that coupled with elevated emotions, which is the heart-based feeling that we also have to feel. And when we couple those two in alignment, the clear intentions with elevated emotions, I think we're going to start hitting a really nice sweet spot of networking. So that's something that we are going to be covering up, and we can also do like quote unquote breakout rooms. So it's going to be offered in Zoom, and so after the little initial introduction, we're going to launch into these breakout rooms where you have more intimate and more personal connection, and where that's where you can truly then get connected and spill out your dreams and let people know what you're up to in the world.
Yeah, get to know each other, learn from each other what everybody's doing, what are their goals and dreams, what is it that they want to accomplish this year in the 2021. So it's going to be a great event. I can't wait.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, thank you so much for your time today, Ipek. I know it's a little bit late for you there in the East Coast and the Canada. I'm here still midday. I'm kind of still halfway through the day, so I still got another half have one to do, and I'm really excited about. Actually, I'm gonna go back into connecting, and that's how I sort of structure my days. Like the mornings are for me, and sort of pushing things outwards, and then the afternoons are either replying the comments or either connecting more, and that's sort of more sort of that's how I structure my days, which is something that we can talk about also on Saturday because everybody structures their networking a little bit differently. So
Yeah, that might be a good idea to talk about it a little bit, because it's always helpful to get some tips on how to set the day and the intentions for the day, set the tone.
1000%, 1000%. All right, guys, thank you so much for whoever is watching on replay, or especially a few people that tuned in on live. If
Thank
you
you.
haven't signed up yet for our 2021 networking salon, you'll find that link on LinkedIn as well as on Facebook on both of our profiles. We've been quite active and talking about that. So we look for, if you haven't signed up yet, would love to see you guys there. Whoever is coming out is going to be a great event. We have about like 30 to 40 people, maybe even more than 40 people signed up right now. So we look forward to it. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Toma. Have a good
Absolutely.
day.
You too.